Alright everybody, welcome back to our 100% playthrough. Here we are in this smack dab in the middle of Bowser's Keep. And we're here at the infamous 6 doors. We don't need an explanation. The idea is there's 2 action rooms, 2 battle rooms, 2 puzzle rooms. We'll see which ones we get. I guess since this is a 100% run, we're probably going to do them all eventually. So we'll come back here at some point. But no place to start like number 1. Alright, we got a battle room this time. Gives me an excuse to offload some of this junk I'm holding on to, because there's a lot of stuff to get in Bowser's Keep. We'll plow through these enemies like we always do. Geno too strong. This is why they never put him in Smash Bros, because they knew he would beat everybody. Alright, we're getting closer and closer to max level. Although the max level is 30, your level ups start mattering a lot less once you hit 20. 20 is about the last one with significant stat gains, and then at that point, after that, it takes like 3 or 4 level ups to equal 1 level up. So, if you're having a hard time with the game, if there's a boss you find particularly troublesome, get yourself to level 20 as soon as you can. Alright, let's start luring some more lambs. We gotta fill out the flock. Just warming up, guys. We've been through this before, right? Gotta get those super jumps in somehow. Alright, Mario, show us how it's done. Just like that. Perfect. Now do that 91 more times. What if instead of doing 100 super jumps all in a row, I used super jump 100 times and did 1 jump each? Makes sense to me. Thank you for being a friend. Even if they're at full health, it's nice to know your buddies are watching out for you, right? The boo sticks its tongue out at me. I can't help but feel like it's making fun of me. Just for that, I'm turning you into some sort of undead sheep. I'm sure we'll get in the swing of things eventually. Donkey Kong, King of Swing, TM. Making it look easy. Yeah, of these battle rooms, there's only one fight that's actually troublesome, and it's the last fight of, I don't know if it's this room or the next one, or the second one, but there's that chest enemy. That's the only one that really gives you a run for your money. A honey syrup, you say? Why not? Don't think I need to hang on to that one for very long. Mr. Kipper? Please, Mr. Kipper was my father. Can you guys be sheeped? Maybe not. Too big-brained for that, huh? So these guys, I think, are supposed to be jellyfish. And the remake seems to make it pretty clear that they're jellyfish just from looking at them. But I used to think that these were like giant floating brains of some kind, and the little tentacle was like the brainstem. The fact that it's really hard to discern any kind of face from them doesn't help. I'm glad that the remake added some googly eyes on them. Helps to make it a little clearer, rather than giving me nightmares about floating brains. Alright, we're halfway done with this one room. Mushroom, mushroom. Another couple of sheep for the fold. Hey look, a flock of sheep. It's a herd of sheep. Of course I've heard of sheep. There's a whole flock of them. Every time we get a little bit better. Except for the times when we don't. Can you guys be sheeped? I can't keep track of these things. Some enemies you would never think of being vulnerable to the sheep attack are, and some that you'd think, why wouldn't this be vulnerable, are not. It's kind of a guessing game. Hmm. 34. Getting better. Alright, I know part of what we were trying to do is see if we can get to 99 flowers without using too many flower items. But spoiler alert, guys, there's not much game left. There are not 26 more flowers in chests. That's okay. We're gonna try to get as close as we can. No good? If you won't join my herd, I'll just kill you the old-fashioned way. Okay, so the Magic Koopa is the one that seems to make these enemies appear. And yet, after you beat Magic Koopa, and if you come back and do these doors again, the enemies just appear without Magic Koopa making them appear, which makes you wonder what exactly Magic Koopa's doing in the first place. It doesn't seem like his presence is necessary. Once again, probably thinking way too hard about that. I messed that one up because the sun was in my eyes, even though I'm recording this at night. The shaman enemies can be pretty magic resistant, but they also don't like it when you use magic on them. I wonder if Geno Flash would be enough to kill him in one hit. We can try. Don't let me down. Ah, you can never let me down, Geno. Nice. And a maple syrup for my troubles. Thank you. Alright. Out of all of them to get, this was the best one. I can never remember which is which weapons go with which door. All I know is that the quiz doors, the puzzle doors, have rock candies. The other ones all have items. Weapons, that is. Oh cool, the other battle room. I guess this is just what we're doing today, guys. Like I said, the action room doors are Item City. You get tons of stuff in the item room doors, a lot of treasure chests. So it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world that we're fighting some battles, hopefully using some items along the way. We haven't really used that many yet. Goodbye, Mr. Krabs and friends. Beating you guys the old-fashioned way gives you a lot of money, like 30 coins or something, but I'm at capacity already. Your services are no longer required here. We've decided to go a different direction. Fair enough. If someone jumped on top of me repeatedly, I probably want to shoot him with a cannon too. Why not use these? We have Toadstool, so we're probably never going to use those anyway. Unless we actively try to. Good boy. Nice. These guys are technically immune to jump, but because of the way jump damage works, you can never really be truly immune to it. It always does some damage. In fact, each jump does 1 damage. Just remember that doing the first jump doesn't count toward your 100. So the fact that I got 22 damage on that guy means I did 21 jumps. 21 timed jumps. Alright, tough guy. I'm trying, guys. I'm fighting for you. We're gonna get 100s eventually. TM. It'd be nice if Super Jumps had some sort of pity system. Like, you can see that I'm trying, right? Can't you just give it to me? Make it a little easier for me. Bloopers. Nice. Max Mushroom. Max Mushrooms heal 255 HP, because that's the max HP that a character can attain. If you chose HP on every single level up, and got to level 30, you'd have 255 HP on, I think, everybody but... Maybe it's, I don't remember, maybe Geno? I think somebody gets capped at 254, which is just frustrating. I don't know why they did that. Back when I played this game casually as a kid, like 8-year-old me, that's what I would do. I would just choose HP every single level up. And hey, I managed to get through the game. Let's give that one more round. That was actually solid. A bit less solid. Big Bertha. A random thought. In Donkey Kong Country 3, there's a guy, one of those bear NPCs that lets you shoot out of a cannon to reach one of the banana birds? I think his cannon is called Big Bertha too. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know that game quite as well as I do this one. Bring it on, boneheads. Let's clear these guys out, real quick-like. This may be obvious to some of you, but the reason why dry bones die one at a time like that is because the game has to check that each one was attacked by a special, and then determine if they have to die individually. Whereas every other HP, or every other enemy, that check of, is your HP below 0 or not, is just, it can happen simultaneously. I like that if you pause those star enemies on the right frame, they look like they have eyebrows that are kind of glossed over. They just look irritated with you. Sure. We'll use another one of these. prepare for this mini boss fight, as it were. Alright, this guy is weak against jump, so show us what you got, buddy. Monsters are inside. Yoshi's cousin, Bahamut. You guys saw that video, right? You know what I'm talking about. Yoshi's cousin. This is a Final Fantasy game, after all, so I guess this chest is the only... The chests are the only enemies in the game that know summons. Now, there are others. There are plenty of other enemies that can summon more enemies. When Balom clones you, is that technically a summon? Nice. HP. Yeah, you guys want HP, right? Okay. Just trying not to get my lines crossed, because we did just have the attack power level up. Alright, that's 2 down. Alright, perfect. Drill Claw. This probably goes without saying, but it's my job to say it anyway. The equipment that you get from these doors are one of a kind, so don't get rid of them, if you're looking for a completion file. And here we are in the action rooms, where we have to do some platforming in a game that's... Oops. In a game that's not really about that, but here we go. I like that you can stand on top of those coins for just a split second. You'll never take me alive. Looking at some of the tile patterns on the floor, you can see that the floor is not exactly perfect, but it's still... I mean, it's not terrible, it's passable. Just makes me feel better about myself with my ROM hacking. Got 8 chances. Again, why is 8 in quotation marks? Although, to be fair, this was the 90s. Using air quotes was a common thing in the 90s. But you usually used it to insult people. Alright, we'll get this one, and then we kind of have to loop down ever so slightly. I'm sure it pained some of you seeing me grab those coins, even though we have full coins. But I know some smarty pants out there is going to say, well, you didn't get all the coins. This isn't a completionist run. Ow. We're doing great. 6 chances to make it to the other side. Just gotta do this precision platforming. We almost made it through this whole thing without having to throw anything away. Bye, Able Juice. Alright, Sonic Symbol. Perfect. We got the weapons that we needed to get. There's one more for the princess, the Super Slap, but the Super Slap is not as good as the Frying Pan, so there's not much point to it. Okay, so the pattern so far, we've had the 2 battle doors, an action door. I don't really want to do the other action door right now. So, I don't really know how the RNG works with all of this. So what does that mean? That number 5 and 6 are the puzzle rooms? Okay, fair enough. Nah, just answer the questions correctly. Booster is what generation? 7th. In the Moleville Blues, it said the moles are covered in what? Soil? What's the name of Jagger's sensei? Well, it's me now, but since I'm not an option. Who is the famous sculptor in Nimbusland? Don't you disrespect my boy Garo like that. Leader of the Axem Rangers. Oh, come on, give me a hard one. What does Birdo come out of? The closet. An eggshell. What is Hinopio in charge of at the middle counter? Honestly, I like specific questions like that. Kind of funny. Raz. Okay, the next one's the barrel counting one. I know that there's a way to, like, know how many there are just by virtue of how many barrels are at the top. Like, there are only so many permutations of this room, but I don't remember what the pattern is, so I just have to count them the old-fashioned way. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 11, 13, 14. I mean, you can tell some of the barrels are a slightly different shade than the rest of them. So you can tell which ones are kind of the... Which ones are the... Oh, hey, there's a time limit on that. I didn't know that. Anyway, you can tell which ones are the, kind of the NPC barrels that they add versus the ones that are part of the scenery. Honestly, did not know there was a time limit on that. Growing for content. Getting his picture taken. So, fun fact about that question, how many legs does Wiggler have? The answer is 6. And if you look at a Wiggler as they appear in battle, the answer is 6. But in the official artwork for this game, in the manual for this game, there's a picture of a Wiggler in it, and it has 8 legs. Doesn't seem fair, does it? Okay, this time's for real. I'm gonna answer the question instead of talking. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, it's 14 again. There you go, Chief. Let me think. What is the... Because I think this one has like 40-something? Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. There you go, sport. Okay, this one confused the heck out of me as a kid. I did not understand how this worked at all, but it's a triathlon, so it's what? Blanking on the word, foot race, racing by running is the last one. Okay. Marathon, yes, that's the one. Okay. Yeah, just gotta remember, I think I remember the order here. I mean, you could logic it through if you want to, but let's see. I remember first place is I outrode Kip. Okay, so Goo is number 1. Goo. I fell into 4th. Yeah, 4th place. So Goo, Kip. Goo, Kip. Boo. Goo, Kip, Boo, and Bones. Okay, so trying to reason this out, I guess I should... This is a completion run, right? So I should probably try to explain what's going on. Let's see, Goo came in first in the thing. Came in 3rd for swimming. 2 others beat me in the marathon. So the way a triathlon works is you do swimming, cycling, and a marathon, and the marathon is the last one. So, and they all go in order. It's just one event to the next. So your placement in the marathon is your placement in the entire thing. So 2 others beat me in the marathon. That tells you he got 3rd place overall. But finally ended up... Okay, so Kip tells you I fell into 4th place during the bike race, but finally ended up, meaning like at the end of it, at the end of the marathon, ended up in the same place as I did in the swimming event. So we already know that Boo got 4th place because he got 3rd, or no. Yeah, this is confusing, guys, I'm sorry. But the, 2 others beat me. We already know he got 3rd. 4th place in the bike race, but ended up in the same place as I did in the swimming event. So we know that Kip didn't get 3rd because Kip could not be 3rd in swimming. So Bones is 3rd for swimming. I outrode Kip on my bike. Kip was never able to pass me. So we know that he didn't get 1st either. So he must have got 2nd place, because that's the only option that's left. So, okay, let me... I know I kind of word vomited that, and I'm sorry for that, but it makes sense. Okay, let me do this again. So, Goo, Kip, Goo, Kip, Boo, and Bones. That's the answer. Goo, Kip, Boo, and Bones. There we go. I'm sure what I said about the order didn't make any sense whatsoever, but I did my best. Alright, anyway. We did it, team. We got through 4 of the 6 doors, so here we are. We have time. Let's defeat our good buddy Magic Koopa. Kamek. This is Kamek. Even though they won't admit it, it's Kamek. That was part of that other video I made. You should go watch that video too. Kamek is super weak against physical attacks. In fact, you can usually, if you time your attacks well enough and have the best equipment, You may even be able to beat him before he gets a summon off. I think this is the game's way of throwing you a low ball, an easy-to-beat enemy, knowing that, hey, you just came from the 6 doors, you might be kind of worn out, maybe you used all your items in the battle part of it, or something. Yeah. Poor guy's kind of a pushover, honestly. He only gives you 10 experience, too, which is kind of lame. His name is Kamek. Or is it Wizakoopa? Watch this. Ho'okala Kupua. For those of you who are curious, that is Hawaiian for magic. The magic word is literally magic. Thanks, bro. Alright, Croco. Croco sells you the best regular armor in the game. The best purchasable armor in the game. Grab one for everybody. Hero shirt. Royal dress. Star cape. No more work pants. We've got the heel shell. One of the nice things that the remake confirmed for us. People always wondered where the term heel shell came from, and somebody came up with a theory that it meant heel, like H-E-E-L, which is an old-timey word for a bad guy. And the remake actually uses that term. It uses the correct word, heel. So, that was confirmed. See ya. Alright, let's save here before we go too much further. Don't really need the infinite coin box. There are much faster ways to make money. But yes, that is an infinite coin box in case you didn't know that. As the thwomps hit the ground, you can't move. Yeah, couldn't move. One more lamb. Alright, Mario, make it happen. Nice. Good for you, buddy. Malo, you're doing great, my little fluff ball. Alright, here we're reliving the trauma of the first episode of this series. Gonna fight on a chandelier. Notice that Boomer's out-of-battle sprite is hunched over compared to his in-battle sprite to save on space. On guard? Like the swordfish from Donkey Kong? At least I think that's why it's hunched over. It's definitely smaller. Man down. Yeah, Boomer can actually hit pretty hard, but nothing we can't handle. I keep forgetting to time that. I'm still used to a hand cannon. And now he's feeling a little blue. So when he turns blue, he kind of switches weaknesses a bit, where now instead of being vulnerable more to magic, he's vulnerable more to physical attacks. But that's okay, we're going to keep jumping on his head anyway. And also, his physical attack power goes way down, and his magic attack power goes up. Well, that's all you got? Now we have... I guess he's supposed to be like a samurai or something, so he's committing Sudoku, or whatever that's called, by letting himself fall down this... fall off of the chandelier. Kind of a weird scene when you think about it, but... I'm sure you could say that about a lot of things in Super Mario RPG. Part of its charm. I'm so mad I'm gonna let myself fall down. Okay, Boomer. And now to distract you from that kind of gruesome scene, where presumably that guy just died, time for a happy little song. Yay! Do a little dance. Not really sure how the physics of this work, but we pull up this chandelier and I guess it gives us enough momentum that once it hits the top, we just sort of catapult onto the roof. So presumably there's a hole in the roof somewhere. Alright guys, here we go. It's Exor, and we have Geno on our team. Of course, we're gonna do the thing. Unless I get put to sleep. Well played. Oops. Fun fact, but one of the eyes, I can't remember which one, but one of the eyes, after it's disabled and comes back after a couple turns, its HP is actually higher than its max HP. It's something like, it has 500 HP, but when it comes back it has 600 HP for some reason. Alright, here we go. Geno Whirl. And there you go. The only boss in the game you can do that to. I've gone over the technical reasons for why you're allowed to do that in one of my videos. It was that first facts video I ever released. Go check that out. Alright, here we are officially in the weapon world. So the team waxes philosophical here, where Geno realizes that's what Exor's role is. It's the portal between this world and the next. So if we keep going this way, we'll eventually find Smithy. And Bowser says, I don't really care about finding Smithy, I just wanted my castle back. Gino tries to convince him. There's a portal to another dimension on top of your castle. If you don't beat Smithy, he's just gonna send more guys to your castle. But Bowser values his privacy. It's 2025, Bowser. Nobody has privacy anymore. I'm so sly. Good old Bowser. Alright, before we journey into the weapon world here, we have... Let's go... We need to spend some cash. So let's go buy our final firework. We've already opened up Culex's door, so we don't really need to hang on to the fireworks. Thanks, buddy. Happy to invest in local small businesses. I'm selling you these fireworks. Don't show that guy that I just sold those. He might get offended. Alright, let's go back to the world of weapons. You get to watch this cute little cutscene every time. Okay, and we'll save here. Save point right in this room. Alright, and that'll do it. We'll call it for this video. Next time, we'll go through our romp of the factory, defeat a bunch of different mini-bosses and stuff, and we'll see how far we can get. But until that day comes, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.